When you see a white woman announcing her pregnancy, when you see the Kardashians announcing a pregnancy, no one talks about the baby mom culture.
Black women always put me down. No, don't put that on us.
Any kind of girls except black girls.
Never held back on their dislike and disdain for black women.
No, she's fabulous. We're fabulous.
You have bougie girls, and then you have ghetto girls, and then you have girls like me. They're just a mixture of both.
Black men know they have dragged, so these black fathers, they know how dirty and low down that they have been to girls.
Kind of black males say stuff like, oh, we don't date black women. No, hun, black women don't date you.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get into this.
So I feel like if everyone can just admit that they hate black women, then we don't need to keep on having these conversations 24/7. It'll just be a thing where it's like, yeah, black women are just hated and we can just call it a day. I'm wondering, what am I talking about this time? So basically, yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, but Tennessee Thresh, I think that's her name. I don't know if I said it right, but Tennessee, yeah, she announced that she's pregnant. And by the way, I love Tennessee. I actually, when I saw the pregnancy announcement, I sent it to my boyfriend. I was like, oh my gosh, she's pregnant. So this is not about her, okay? Nothing to do with her. I'm very happy that she's pregnant, by the way. Like, I'm so happy for her. I just love seeing things like this. Like, you lot know, I love love. I love the bringing life into this world, all of that, you know what I mean? But anyways, I was looking through the Shade Borough comments, and one particular comment stuck to me, yeah? That must have said, not one single comment talking about where's the ring. And you know what? That's so true. Why is it when Mariam Musa announced her pregnancy, all I saw in the comment section, all I saw, no ring, no this, no marriage. Why? And that's when it occurred to me today that black women are just not liked. And that's okay. Like, listen, I get comments like that all the time, but they don't faze me. I don't really care, innit? But it's like, black women are actually hated. No one can tell me otherwise. When you see a white woman announcing her pregnancy, when you see the Kardashians announcing a pregnancy, no one talks about the baby mom culture. No one talks about this. No one talks about that. But when it's a black woman, you lot are so quick. Ring, 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 ring.
She had a nerve to bring up the Kardashians when Kim had babies with Kanye being married to him. Like, what? I watched the video before, but I didn't watch it in deep detail. So you guys get a fresh reaction. She just explained what the issue was and how other women are doing it right. She thought she was winning by bringing up the Kardashians. Am I dreaming?
When a lot of us were even raised by single mums. Like, it just don't make sense. Again, this has nothing to do with her. Because like I said, I'm very happy for her. Black women, yeah.
Oh man, I guess she wants to start it out with a bang, right?
It's one thing to say, hey, you know, I've tried it this way. I'm not going to only date black. I'm going to date outside of my race, other people. I'm going to be all inclusive. That's one thing. I don't think that is self-hate.
Oh, well, first, it's not self-hate, but it is interesting when you use it as a stat, when you say these.
No, that's different. I'm saying, like, hey, I've tried this. I'm only dated inside my race. I'm gonna be open to dating people outside of my race. But when I think that you try to couple it with an excuse, well, the reason that I dated majority white or I gravitated to white women is because black women always put me down. No, don't put that on us.
I know, and we have to move on, but it's like the exact same thing.
Gender wars!
Gender wars! We're back. You're saying that all of I've dated ain't. You want to go date somebody else, just go date them. But if when you say that you're dating them because all of these black guys,
I'm agreeing. You did it because that's what you wanted to do. Don't blame black women. And black women, don't blame black men.
No. Guys, see, what's happening is different. It's not blaming. But guys are saying they don't want to deal anymore, right? Even people on the outside are saying it and saying, I would never, right? They see the attitude and they say, I would never. Like, even during the interview, I know you're doing it, you got to make your money, but you're basing yourself up at the brother on the panel, right? This is a very toxic, argumentative job, and you're doing it with a smile, and you get paid to fight. That's in your wheelhouse. Let me stop. Let me leave you alone.
I like any kind of girls except black girls.
My man, big boy, you not want to talk. Black women are not sweating you, brother. They're not. You see how they reacting to you? Like, why did you say that, fat boy? But hold up, there's more. Wait a minute.
But wait, there's more.
Let me keep playing. You see right there? That little sigh she did? The boy's fat, out of shape. He shouldn't be saying anything like that. But she showed it. She reacted to his video and showed why he said that. Attitude. It's natural, right? It is. I'll tell you, when I was young, I grew up in Southside Queens. And then I moved to Long Island. The women in Southside weren't bad. In the Bronx, it was hell. I don't want to talk about the Bronx, but it was hell in the Bronx. But still, the difference between a woman in Southside and a woman that was from Long Island was that they were more accepting, right? Southside women, not all, but the ones that were in the hood, they wanted pookies. Wouldn't dare date a guy like me. That's probably what he's referring to somewhat. He may be from Los Angeles, understands the culture. He's fat, but he's around. He sees things. He watches TV, and he sees exactly what was showed reacting to him. Men don't want no parts of that.
This message is for black women and black women only. Today, the entire country let us know where we stood. The entire country told us we were on our own. The entire country collectively told us. We are tired.
All right. So she said for black women and black women only. I see 91% of the votes went to Harris, and the other 77% went to Harris were black men. So you say to woman and woman only, when Latino women, they voted for Harris as well, but the men were almost on par with the black woman, standing in unison. I had to point that out.
The entire country collectively told us. We are tired of the popular narrative, if you're in trouble, go find a black woman. No, we are in the front lines of so many marches and causes that have very little to do with us. That's got to stop. Over the next 4 years, we got to pour into each other and ourselves like we've been pouring into other people. We are constantly getting let down, beat down by everybody around us. That's got to stop. From now on, we literally need to mind our business. Don't ask us for nothing, because we're taking this moment to rest. Don't expect anything, because we're taking this moment to rest. Black women, we got to pour into ourselves, into our families, and other black women. I'll admit, I'm not completely surprised that this happened. The entire world has never held back on their dislike and disdain for black women. And as black women, we just continue to love and pour into the world anyway, even though they don't like us. Over the next 4 years, we've got to mind our business. We've got to start a business, start earning and saving. We have to start pouring into ourselves and each other, black women. And then we got to rest. We're going to rest.
So you're saying all of this. We have to start pouring into ourselves. And these were your husbands too. Maybe you don't have a husband. That's why you feel this way. Guys went to the voting booth with their wives and voted for Kamala, for Harris. And then right after that, 4B movement. Took me by surprise when Trump won. I said, wow. And when I seen the voting numbers, and you're showing them right now, and you say, we have to pour into ourselves. How about you pour into that black man that gave 77% of the votes to Harris? Pour into him. This is why other cultures are saying this. They are. You do understand that, right? You keep giving people evidence of why they shouldn't date black women. This is crazy. You just did it.
I absolutely love when these kind of black males say stuff like, oh, we don't date black women. No, hun, black women don't date you.
Are you sure about that?
Because let's just keep it a buck. Like, let's just keep it honest. The black males that act like they don't date black women are just the black males that black women have passed up on for years because something is wrong with them. Come on now. Black women don't date you. It's not the other way around.
You don't know because you don't know every black woman. You don't know what they're going through. Like, you're talking as if you know every situation. every guy is in a situation to where a black woman doesn't want to date them. There's no possible way you can know. Are you a mathematician? For every man that talks to a black woman or that's ever dated a black woman ever, you don't know. So the fact you're saying no, they don't date you, how can you say that? A lot of black women would love to date some guys out there. There's probably even some that'll date Fat Boy. I'll date any kind of woman. There's probably somebody that would date him. But there's no possible way you can know that. So stop talking like you know it all.
I am loud with knowing what I need and ghetto when it comes to maintaining my standards.
Loud when I want what I need and ghetto when it comes to maintaining my standards. Wow.
We all have that one friend that will do anything but date a black girl. Now, I'm not talking about it in a racist way. I'm talking a black friend or a mixed race friend that will just never go for a black girl. There's always that one guy. We all know that one guy. You see him with Asians, snow bunnies, Blasians, light skins, but never black girl. Bro, if the girl's black, he's not going there. Like, damn, bro, did a black girl break your heart that bad, bro? You could ask him to choose to being whipped in his back 7 times or get with a black girl and he's choosing the whipping. Isn't your mom black, bro? Isn't your dad black?
Pow. Pow. Panda.
Someone needs to explain to me what black girls have done because this is getting out of hand. One time a black girl popped up to one of my boys' snaps with heart and he replied with a monkey emoji. He replied with a monkey emoji and left it at that. Mind you, this guy's dark skin. Now the true question is, do black girls go for black guys? That's the true question. Let us know in the comments. Because the way it's going right now, I don't know why so many black guys just hate black women, bro.
This little boy, the simp panda bear, has a nerve to speak on something as if he knows, as if he understands the plight of the black man, as if he's been in the trenches with some of these black men, what they're going through. And you know what they're going through? Like the woman that just spoke in a video before this, saying, oh yeah, they don't date you. That doesn't know it. Like, the nonsensical logic, right? And you speaking with nonsensical logic, like a childish boy, catering, because you know you're gonna get a bunch of people that's gonna watch your TikTok. So let me say this and watch all the black women come under my, hearts and all those different things, and I can make some money. I bet you he probably has 5 more videos like that for that dollar bill. That's what TikTok is doing, creating panda bears.
This is a warning to fabulous black women who are in the dating trenches trying to find a young gentleman. Just so you know, you've already been betrayed. You're going to need a new game plan, and history and sociology are 2 things that can help you. So let's kick off this series with what we already know. And that's the dating apps you use or don't use, the reality shows you love to hate watch or you don't watch at all, or you love to watch in your cute pajamas with snacks. Let's think about why people want you to get excited when there is a black bachelorette, or for the casting of Love is Blind or Love Island USA. How does that actually improve your dating choices, and why should you be getting all excited about that? Usually these are things that make us roll our eyes. Like, we know she's fabulous, we're fabulous. What if you don't care or don't watch those shows? And don't you already have, with technology, all the available options to you anyways? You might think, okay, I have standards, I have my stuff together, and 60% of young men in the US are single. You have the internet, powerful algorithms, all sorts of apps that help you break out of the traditional limitations of the past where you could only date people who are like 35 or 50 miles from you. You're not in the 19th or 20th century, so you're not considered property, and as a black woman, you're considered now womanly. So technically, you could find and evaluate every eligible guy that you're interested in or who might be interested in you. Nope. And the tools you're using are probably actually working against you. And that is where the betrayal lies. The betrayal that April Williams, a sociologist and a professor, goes into in her book.
You know the wild thing? She's speaking, right? And she's speaking on behalf of black women. And you're well-spoken. You're not showing any of the characteristics, just like this woman in the red dress, of a regular black woman. Meaning, you still have a shot. You know which black woman don't have a shot. And they don't want a shot. They want to still date in the hood. This is the black woman who's this affecting. And I feel bad for them, but they got to stand up. They do. It's the ones that are good girls in the ghetto. They may be young girls growing up, and they have to deal with black men out there that think this way and that think all black women are like this, and I won't date any black woman at all. Or a guy may not date a black woman just because it's not his preference. That happens a lot. I see it with white guys all the time. I wouldn't date a black woman, not their preference. Black women are not everybody's preference. But yes, a lot of them, they do get targeted. Why? A target's on their back because guys put them in a category. Same thing they do with black men as well. But it's more with black women because you shouted it to the mountaintops. But let me move on from this video because she's going to be talking for another 6-7 minutes and it's pointless, really.
Hey, I feel like this needs to be said, and I'm gonna say it right now. Don't come for me. I feel like you have bougie girls, and then you have ghetto girls, and then you have girls like me. That's just a mixture of both. Why the do y'all treat us like a stepchild? The bougie girls think that we're too ghetto, and then they think we're too bougie, and then the bougie looking at us like, oh, they just want to be like us, so I'm gonna just sit right here and hang with her just because she's still kind of aesthetically pleasing. And then you got the ghetto girls that be like, that time she be lit, she always the one with the money, but she thinks she better than us, so we finna act weird.
I wonder why they left.
All night.
She's talking about drama in the hood. You said the ghetto bougie girls, guys don't want to deal with them because you said you're a ghetto bougie girl. Cursing like a man. Cursing like a sailor.
I want princess treatment. I want to be treated like a princess. Ma'am, you drink, smoke, and yell belligerently at strangers. That is not a princess. That is a pirate.
Everything to repel a man. That's what you're doing. The whole attitude of everything in the hood needs to change. I saw somebody talking about that the other day. It was on Math Hoffa's channel. You know how the drug dealers and people look up to the dope boys and the rappers. That really needs to change because kids grow up thinking that's what they have to be to make it out. And it's not true anymore. That's so far from the truth. There's so many ways to make it out. So there needs to be a change in how people view these things. The regular guy going to work, not a regular job, that has a regular opportunity. A guy can have a regular opportunity and make money like Jeff Bezos. That's way more than a drug dealer. Things need to change.
Part of me still believes that black men get with white women because they're more docile.
I don't think that.
Society makes us believe
white sister-in-laws.
They don't want to deal with the black woman that's going to hold you accountable. It's going to tell you that you need to get your stuff together. The white woman's going to let you just not all people.
I don't agree. I think it's how they do it.
What do you mean?
I think inside of Caucasian culture, I think that if you've only ever come from and you're inside of 2-parent family households and you don't necessarily have to see the struggle, you actually get to see your parent because they're not working 3 jobs to keep the lights on and make sure that you can go to daycare and play in sports. And they're not as frustrated because they're not working 3 jobs to keep the lights on and make sure that you can play in sports. I think that when you understand what a lot of black people face, you would understand that there is a level of grit, but there's such a beautiful opportunity to appreciate that grit because we can get through anything. We live in a world where black women are conditioned to be strong. We are conditioned to be resilient, and it is encouraged for us to be tough rather than for us to be vulnerable. Whereas in other races, it is encouraged for them to be soft, for them to be open, for them to be vulnerable. And so we have to understand when we go back to what society has done to women, there might be a little more of a guard that you have to break down. So it really goes back to, are we bitter? No, I'm bitter.
No, I see it's deeper than that, right? There's a mentality behind it. It's the same thing with that I just said not too long ago, right? Because I see it. I have a black family. I have a black sister. She didn't grow up in the hood, but she talks like she grew up in the hood, right? And why did she do that? It's a shadow over the black community. Seriously, when you don't go through struggle, you still put the struggle in you. And that needs to stop. It does. It does need to stop because women are acting strong And they don't have to act that way. They've never been through anything. I get what you're saying. Women that have been through something, like why some mothers were that way, because they were single mothers. And why do you want to continue that? What men are trying to do is change it. Say, okay, let's look at black families or black women and where do we stop? Really, nothing can be done. And why can't anything be done? The entire ghetto is brainwashed. Baby mama culture is embedded. Struggle love, embedded. Even regular women that are not black, they're saying now, oh, I don't want a man. Like they would rather have a man that's toxic because it's boring. Goes back to the garden, right? Same thing happened in the garden. Eve also didn't want things boring. So what happened? Sin came in. So you take it back to then, and it shows just the mind of all women, but the black woman, man, it's deep.
I find it so crazy the way everyone's saying that, oh, black men don't date black women in the UK. I think that's one of the most blatant lies that we've actually let slide as a community, because the type of women that say, or the women that usually say these things, you have to realize that they look at artists as the prospect to determine what a lot of black men are doing on a day-to-day basis. Like, we don't live this artist's lives, bro. Like, we actually, if you go out into the real world, you will see black couples flourishing, bro. Leave all these rappers alone. Like, go to the doctors, go to the engineers, go to the care work. Like, bro, black men are dating black women. Like, there's actually real love outside, bro. You might need to get off this social media mindset that, oh,
yeah,
black men are always seen with white women. Like, bro, no. Black men and black women, they coexist peacefully.
Man, that's when black men make it. I do know that to be true, but not all the time. Because I've even showed it. People were talking about Philadelphia Eagles and football players going with white women as soon as they get on, right? There are a lot of football players that have black women. Same thing with basketball players. A lot have white women, but a lot have black women. There will always be men dating black women. That will never stop. So if you are a black woman in the hood and you're not getting dates, something's wrong with you.
So I want to talk to parents, in particular parents of black daughters who are teenagers, who do not allow your daughters to date or even acknowledge that they are interested in the opposite sex when they're 16, 17, 18, 14, 10, when they start to notice, which biologically, which like it's just nature, that they're going to start noticing the opposite sex, because that's what we do as humans, as animals. So I want to share with you guys what I'm observing right now. So I am a cheer sponsor, and I'm also an elementary school teacher. But I'm a cheerleading coach for a high school, a very popular high school. And we are waiting for our football game to start. There's another team that's playing on the field before us. So I know a lot of these kids. There's probably about 3,000 teenagers that are out here. And just through my works of working with young ladies and girls, some of these little girls I've had, or some of these teenagers I had as little girls, as cheerleaders and in other programs, and the ones whose parents are working the hardest to raise them to be nice, upstanding, honorable young ladies, let me tell you what I'm seeing. So the pattern that I'm seeing is the girls with the very strict parents, the ones who don't want their daughters to keep their nose in the books and don't be looking at them boys. And we know that we do that as black parents and black people, because we know the legacy of low achievement that there is for men in our community. And so we know, and we have been dragged as black women dating black men. Black men know they have dragged. So these black fathers, they know how dirty and low down that they have been to girls. That they say, oh, I would never let my daughter date, but not thinking of the fact that you need to help your daughter find someone to date, and you need to
No. Stop it.
Get some help.
This is why I'm saying stop it. You are an elementary school teacher. You should understand statistics matter. I don't know what class you teach, but understand that. And it's shown that it's the opposite of what you're saying. right? Yes, the girl may go out there and experiment, but you see women with no fathers turn into 3 or 4s for the world. But really, it's not fathers. It's not mothers. It's not if they have one parent. Society is doing that nowadays. Music is doing that. Tell the little kids, turn off the radio. Stop watching Sukihana. Stop watching, what's the other girl's name? Booty Hole Brown. Booty Hole Brown. Booty Hole Brown. Yes. That's poisoning little girls. Not fathers. Not fathers being strict. Don't try to mix things up. I'm going to stop right there because she talks for another 5 minutes. And me knowing that's just like you guys. You know that's true, what I said. You understand that statistic. And the fact that she doesn't know that, it shows the youth is doomed. Because she's an elementary school teacher. You're telling fathers not to be strict? Guys, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out. See you next video.